Welcome to part 2 of my recent discussion with Joe DeRaffaele. If you missed part 1, be sure to check out that video also. And I think if I do it right, you'll be able to click on a card right up here. As I mentioned in part 1, Joe also has deep experience in real estate. So our conversation has lots to offer to those who are trying to succeed in this business. Let's pick it up where I asked him about what advice he'd give to those who are starting their real estate careers now. And given the market conditions, whether or not now is a good time to be getting into the business. So I'm getting asked this a lot actually by agents who are entering the market now. You know, interest rates are the highest they've been in, let's call it roughly 30 years. The Fed might raise them more. They've indicated that even if they don't, the rates are going to be high for a while.
Yeah, higher for longer.
So do you think that the skill set or the attributes of somebody that would be successful in any market are different now or the same?
So I want to address the person coming into the real estate market first.
Yeah.
Okay? Because there's a key distinction. It is absolutely, in my opinion, one of the best times to come into a market when it's in transition.
It's different than the headlines are saying right now.
Well, the headlines are designed to scare,
Yeah.
right? They're designed, fear is a very powerful motivator, it's a very powerful controller. And if you can get people fearful, then you'll pay attention to whatever else you're saying. It's
Yeah.
all about marketing and ad money, right? So anything that's running in newspapers or online or anywhere else, it's like, how do we get eyeballs? Okay, fear works really good, let's keep doing fear. But the reason why I say it's good for somebody that's coming into the industry is the playing field gets leveled a lot more. Now, it may not be leveled against people that have been in the business for 15, 20, 30 years because they have relationships that have established a long time. But for people that, in general, that are newer, when I say newer, I'm going to say 7 years or less because market trends tend to run 5 to 7 years.
Yep.
You got just as good of a chance if you're not afraid to get up and do what it takes, which is hustle, work on yourself, and fight the mental, emotional battle.
Yeah. I know for me personally, my best income years have come either during or right after really tough markets, much like this market is now.
100%.
And so I love it because we sort of get rid of the pretenders. They wash out.
Well, the sales numbers drop, right? The units of sales in general in the marketplace will come down.
Yeah.
But what happens is the consumer all of a sudden goes, oh, I really need somebody that I can trust, that's going to work hard for me, right? All these qualifiers that during an easy market, they're like, well, so-and-so does this kind of part-time on the side, and I'll hire them. The consumer's mindset goes, no, hold on, now I need something that matters.
So are you saying in your mind then the things that are differentiators for you kind of wash out in a really good market? You don't see those as much. They're not as visible to the client.
Yes.
But in a market like this, the things that really differentiate you are magnified and they're more evident to the client.
Yeah, and let's just take it from the consumer standpoint during the low interest rate time period.
Yeah.
They would be willing to pay $50,000 to $100,000 over asking price to get the property. Today, the average consumer is like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So they
Pay
become
above
discerning in
appraisal.
all areas.
Yeah.
Right? And that also is true for who they hire. And so if you have an ability, regardless of your skill set, regardless of your experience, to demonstrate that you're a person that can be trusted, that's going to do what you say you're going to do, that follows through on the commitments you make, you're going to win opportunities.
Those simple things make such a big difference in this
Everybody
business.
thinks it's some magic potion. Every market segment, if you do those things, you're going to be successful because somebody's going to go, yeah, I know I was Cody's first sale, but he did everything. He always followed up. He checked back in with me. I felt like he cared. And if Cody's smart, he's going to triangulate himself to go, I've got this partnership around me. And this is what you and I do with all the agents that come into the Synergy communities, leverage us, right? Call us when you're up against
Yeah.
the wall.